peace accord under threat. General Abdusalam Kuka raised alarm, says that the comments, actions by political actors is disappointing. Now, the National Peace Committee has expressed concern over what it called the intemperate language, intimidation, and outright violence in the field of the campaigns by the political parties. Two eminent Nigerians and members of the National Peace Committee, the former military head of state, General Abdusalami A. Abubakar, retired, and Reverend Dr. Matthew Hassan Kuka, has expressed this disappointment in a press statement they jointly signed and made available to newsmen in Abuja on Monday. Now, the duo expressed concern that the peace accord, which was signed by the leadership of the 18 political parties and their presidential candidates, was under threat, and noted that the current political actors appeared not to have learned any lessons from the past. The members of the NPC particularly expressed strong reservations over recourse to abusive language and incendiary remarks by certain spokespersons of presidential candidates. Now, while calling on such presidential candidates to rein in their spokesperson, the NPC warned that all candidates will be held responsible for what he said on their behalf or of their party. Now, aggressive and abusive language only diminishes the integrity of the individuals, their candidates, and their parties. Nigerians should be ready to punish instigators of violence by isolating them or their candidates. Now, the statement read in part, the members of the National Peace Committee have watched with utter sadness and deep concern the deterioration in the communication of fundamental issues among the politicians since the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) lifted the ban on political campaigns on September the 28th, 2022. A day after the ban was lifted, and in response to a call by the NPC, the presidential candidates and their running mates met and participated in the signing of the peace accord at the International Conference Center, Abuja. Now, since its successful outing preceding the 2015 presidential elections, the signing of the peace accord has become embedded in our electioneering campaigns. Over the years, the event has elevated the level of trust and confidence among ordinary Nigerians in the democratic process. Some have even called for the institutionalization of the process into our democratic process due to its moral significance. The NPC has continued to maintain its partnership with the Independent National Electoral Commission to deliver peaceful elections in our country. The international community has taken a very keen interest in the development and in the progress of our country on the path of democracy. For this reason, the NPC has continued to work with and receive high-level delegations from Europe and the United States of America interested in our elections. Their passion, concerns, and commitment to our democracy are genuine, and we find this very encouraging. We should therefore know that the world is watching us. We appreciate the fact that the President and the Commander-in-Chief, President Muhammadu Buhari, in collaboration with the National Assembly, have shown their commitment to ensuring successful elections. On our part, we, the members of the Peace Committee, are also encouraged by the progress and innovation that INEC has continued to make under the leadership of Professor Mahmood Yakubu. All Nigerians can testify to this development through the successes recorded in the peaceful conduct of the off-cycle elections in Edo, Ondo, Anambra, Ekiti, and Osun states respectively. We are not where we want to be yet, but we are right to assume that we can do more. Nigerians are genuinely concerned, troubled, and disappointed by the conduct and attitude of some of the political actors in the last few weeks. Nigerians have been fed a menu of intemperate language, intimidation, and outright violence in the field of the campaigns. It is evident that some of our actors have not learned any lessons from the past. There is an increasing tone of desperation, if not incitement, among some of the contestants and the members of their party. Intra and inter-party wranglings still persist with occasions of violence. In desperation, some selfish political actors use these strategies to pursue their frivolous ambitions in the courts. When all the presidential candidates and the party chairman signed the peace accord, they were committed to infusing a sense of decency, civility, and nobility in the political process. The political actors cannot pretend to be oblivious to the content of the peace accord that they signed. Nigerians expect that as men and women of honor, they were committed to keeping their word. The security agencies have continued to do their best as they monitor security developments across the country. We continue to encourage them to ensure that the right environment is created for peaceful elections. During the signing of the peace accord, the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Baba Usman, called attention to the fact that the federal government does not recognize any of the many security outfits that have been mushroomed across the country. We call on the law enforcement agencies to enforce the law with the understanding that everybody will be held accountable for their actions, no matter their status. Now, we also wish to call on the media to remain focused on managing information. Social media is with us, and it can be a tool for good only if we decide to use it for peaceful purposes. Citizens must be more discreet in the kind of information that they circulate on their various platforms, and we call on the candidates to rein in their spokespersons and those who claim to represent them and their parties in the public space. Now, all candidates will be held responsible for what is said on their behalf or on the behalf of their party. Now, that is all we can take on the details of this report, and we see that the MPC is actually calling for all candidates to actually caution their spokespersons, and they shouldn't forget the content of this peace accord which they signed. Now, that's all we can take until we come your way next time. Please do well to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Do well to stay safe. Bye bye.